By the way, yesterday I want to thank Mikey D for taking Fez and I out to a wonderful lunch. Beautiful place called Dow, right, on 58th Street, Fez?
Yep. Yeah, between Madison and Park Avenues.
So we have this nice Chinese, we're eating sushi, we're eating Chinese, this is wonderful. Then at the end of it, Fez and I get a pot of tea that I swear I got high off of.
It was this herbal tea, and it smelled better than anything I've smelled before.
Better than man-ass.
Better than man-ass.
So later I said, this place, it looks like it's, I'll tell you exactly what the place looked like. It looked like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be playing. Is that their names?
Yeah.
Or it's the 1, 2, 3, 4s?
In Kill Bill?
Yeah. What's their names?
Isn't it no, 5, 6, 7, 8s?
The 5, 6, 7, 8s. What is it, Pitsy?
The Crazy 88s.
No.
That's
Crazy
in the movie, but it's 5, 6, 7, 8s in real life.
In real life. No, Crazy 88s was the gang. I'm talking about the band should have been playing.
Yeah,
but it looked exactly like where they fought. It was unbelievable. Then you go into the bathroom. There's no urinal. You pee into a waterfall, and then go over, and a guy helps you wash your hands as water runs over rocks. It was so fucking nuts. It felt like you had to learn how to go to the bathroom all over again. So as soon as I get up, I go, Fez, you got to go down and use that bathroom, and make sure you use the urinal.
So I go in there, and I'm ready to use the urinal, because I'm thinking, what kind of unique Japanese contraption is this? It's just a waterfall. It's so wide open, and you're going into a big wide waterfall that runs into a giant trough. There is no way I could use that urinal, because
It felt like pissing in nature. It felt like all you've ever wanted to do, pissing into a waterfall.
Sounds relaxing.
And the bathroom attendant was sitting right there where he's facing the waterfall, so there's no way I could have used that giant open urinal whatsoever.
So you didn't do it?
No, I went in there, I didn't have to go so bad. I usually can't use a public restroom until I've held it until I'm going to burst. So then I'm like, all right, now I'm in here. I can't use this urinal. What do? I go into the stall, and I'm so thrown off by the big, giant open urinal that I can't get myself to work in the stall either.
Did you use the pinball machine in the stall?
Yeah, I played with that.
Yeah, sure. So you didn't even go at all? You just spent a little time down there?
It was a really embarrassing little piddle.
Mine was a Chinese guy peeing into a waterfall, and then he's singing the Don't Go Chasing Waterfall song into my ears as he's rubbing my back. It was very, very odd. Did you at least wash your hands over the crazy rocks?
I washed my hands over the rocks, and the water's coming out, and it runs over these rocks and off the sink area and onto some more rocks.
Yeah.
I thought I had broken their sink because I could hear the water running out of it and onto the rocks on the floor. And I thought I did something wrong where, oh, my God, I'm getting water all over their floor.
All right, so Mikey D has definitely moved up in the world. I don't know whether he's in Wiki territory, but Wiki's going to have to come up with something big now to take us out to. There's got to be some kind of waterfall we can piss into. Hey, Roger, you're around a Fez.
Yeah, I got a question for Earl and Fezzy.
Yeah.
To test their patriotism.
Yeah.
They have to choose between a nice, clean American pussy to eat or burning the flag. Which one are they going to pick?
Burn the flag.
Earl?
Bon appetit. I eat that.
Yeah, you're a liar. You've never fucking been down there.
Yes, I have. And well, I didn't say I didn't. Well, yeah.
What, puked in it?
No. But that's not a choice at all to me.
I don't think you've done it.
I have done it.
With who?
Well, the last girlfriend.
You're such a liar.
I swear to God.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie about something like that.
I don't believe you're swearing to God, or I just don't believe it.
Give me a Bible, I will swear on it.
The Bible means nothing to you.
That means everything to me.
Oh, yeah, well, where does it say in the Bible you're allowed to get down there and munch that fucking beaver? If it means so much to you. Tells you not to.
I know.
So don't act like you follow along everything in there.
I didn't say I was perfect.
Perfect? You're not even fucking passable.
No way.
No way what?
No way he's ever munched. No way. No.
What about you?
Yes.
Did it taste like chef dick?
No, it didn't. They didn't go all the way. We remember
Look,
that
Pitsy
part.
just brought him a Bible.
Yes, I have.
It'll probably burn your hands. Oh, that's something proud. That's something for you to feel good about. Tell that to the minister that you use the Bible for that purpose.
When you're up testifying next Sunday.
Oh, do you have to do that, Earl?
Not if you don't want to.
Do you get up every once in a while? I see Jesus in here. What do you do? What do you yell shit out?
No, I don't. Me personally, I don't. Other people do.
What do they yell?
Oh, they speak in tongues. They run around the room. They flop around on the floor.
You know what? Pull that shit at a fucking Catholic church and you'll be in cuffs. They will take you out of there in cuffs. And they should.
It's a little bit off topic, but not really. I saw Earl without pants yesterday in the producer's booth.
You think that's a little off topic?
I'm sorry, but we're talking about Earl. It was the weirdest fucking thing. I went into the producer's booth, the glass booth where Earl, runs the show, to tell him something, and he didn't have any pants on. I swear to God. And I was like totally freaked out by it. And I just
Earl, what was going on?
No, I would usually change to play ball. I usually change in the office.
Mm-hmm.
But Dave was working on something in the office. Went to change in the bathroom. Bathroom reeked to high heaven. Almost gagged.
I know bathroom city.
And so I went, you know what? So I changed in here. It was a quick change.
It wasn't quick. It was so bizarre.
What's the problem? He had his underwear on, right?
Yes.
They were very small if they did. I couldn't tell. I was so horrified.
You're a fucking guy, right? You've been in a gym before?
Yeah, but I don't think he was wearing underwear. I'm not sure.
What's the difference? You shouldn't have been fucking barging in on him.
It was in the producer's booth.
Dave, why are you staring at my crotch?
I know.
That's more disturbing than anything.
Because I was shocked that he even wears black underwear. Like, you're taking the whole Black Earl nickname to such a ridiculous degree. I couldn't even believe it.
No, I got that nickname because I do that stuff. But, I mean...
But black... Tidy blackies? I guess you can't call them tidy whiteys. Tidy blackies.
What do you care? It's none of your fucking business.
It's just...
And they were boxer shorts. They were tasteful. I wouldn't walk around with my junk hanging out all over.
Focus on your missing eyebrow.
And you know that producer's booth is Earl's studio apartment.
Here is Joey. Joey, you're in Run Fez.
Hey, what's going on over
there?
Yeah. I just wanted to say to Earl, why do you think that the Southern flag, the Confederate flag, is racist? It's just about Southern heritage. Grits and collard greens and such.
What's your point?
I have an IROC with Italian flag on the back. Doesn't mean I'm Italian or Guido.
Yeah, but you have it right next to a sticker that says Mafia staff car, keeping you hands off. It's fucking ridiculous. Earl, I don't want to get into the Confederate thing. You don't like it. You don't think it belongs out there. No. You would like to actually, you said, if you find out who's ever these sons of the Confederates, that they have these organizations. Fez, have you heard of that?
Oh, yeah.
So you can trace your roots back to them. Earl would like those people hunted down and either forced out of the country or shot.
They're just trying to trace their roots, Earl. You can't be against that.
We'll take a break. We're back in a few moments. Ron and Fez show. She said, Star Jones said that her husband was on that bi-weekly steam bath with the boys. Now, is that twice a week or every 2 weeks? I never understand when a bi-weekly comes up.
Bi-weekly is twice a week.
Earl, where are you on this one?
I thought it was every other week.
I would have thought bi-weekly was every 2 weeks. Yet, when I think biannual, isn't that twice a year and not every 2 years?
Yeah, if you were having a biannual event, yeah, that wouldn't be an every other year event. I don't think.
Or it doesn't even sound good as twice a year either, though.
Yeah, because most people get paid bi-weekly, which is...
Every 2 weeks. All right, good point. You will hear that.
People don't get paid twice a week sometimes, Earl?
And when you get paid twice a week, you're not paid bi-monthly.
Yeah, that's what it is. You don't get paid bi-weekly, you get paid bi-monthly.
Now I'm fucking confused.
That's exactly what you do.
All right, Earl, do you get paid bi-weekly or bi-monthly?
I get paid bi-weekly, which is every
twice a week.
Wednesdays and Fridays.
I think bi-weekly is every other week.
There's only one guy who gets paid bi-weekly, and that's every time he shows up, he wants a bag of money, or else you're not going to hear Johnny Be Good. That's the way he's got to hear. You think bi-weekly twice a week?
It's twice a week.
Earl, you think bi-weekly every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
Man, I think you're both wrong somehow. I don't even know how. They both sound terrible to me right now.
Someone has to be right.
Hey, Rob, you're on Fez.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, well, yeah, I think you answered it already. The biweekly is every 2 weeks. A caller earlier called in and talked about first and second and third degree burns.
Yeah.
First degree is like a really bad sunburn. Second degree is greater. Third degree is like blisters, things of that nature.
So Fez was right the first time.
Yeah.
He was right.
But then you caved when the other guy corrected you. You got to stop caving. Stick with your stuff.
If I had third-degree burns, I would have to go see the doctor biweekly. Twice a week.
Well, what happens when you go by car? Does that change anything? Evan, you're on Fez.
Yeah, hey, Ron, so you were the one that was wrong. Ron, Fez and Earl were both right. It can mean either one. If you look up the definition, it means biweekly can mean every other week or twice a week.
All right, so I was wrong by asking a question. That's where I was wrong.
You were wrong by saying you think they were both wrong, but you didn't know how.
Oh, but they're both right.
It can't be both right, because let's say you put, like, a committee together to meet about something.
Yeah.
And everyone's there for the first meeting, they're like, all right, from now on this committee will meet biweekly. It would have to be one or the other, or else you're going to have people either showing up too much or too little.
All right, here's the way I would handle that. You tell me to meet biweekly.
The committee is going to meet biweekly.
Great. Call me the day before. I always make them responsible for calling me. And I'll go like this even now to my mom. All right, I love you, honey. Now call me on your birthday because I want to talk to you. I want to get that whole thing going.
Everyone's a doctor's or dental receptionist to you.
Rob, you're on Fez.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Hey, I think the every other week thing, I think that'd be semi-weekly, just like semi-annually. That's my take on it.
All right, so you think twice a month is semi-monthly?
Correct.
All right.
No. Twice a month would be bi-monthly, but every other month would be semi-monthly.
All right, but here's the problem, Fez. When you say bi-weekly, what days would you do it? You understand if you say bi-monthly, we'll do it on the 14th and the 28th or the 1st and the 14th. If I said, all right, bi-weekly, we're going to have a meeting, what days would you assume those meetings would be on?
Wednesdays and Fridays.
I wouldn't. Who would have a meeting on a Friday? I would just feel like it was chaos and thrown to the wind. Dave, you're on Fez.
Yeah, the last guy I think hit it right on the head. Because you get paid bi-monthly, you're getting paid twice a month.
Yeah. So no one ever uses the term bi-weekly.
Yeah, I never heard it before.
Yeah, it never fucking happens. That's where we are with this problem. The word bi-weekly doesn't come up.
Man, I don't even have an opinion.
What happened? It was asked you to speak up for a moment?
No, I just thought that, just trying to find the right spot to play.
I want to give you guys a siren to play whenever I have fucking dead air, so that I will know that I'm annoying you for a change. Just hit a fucking siren. All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Mike, you're on Fez.
Yeah, I think you got to send me to the big-ass prize closet, because I think I'm the only one that noticed that Fez sounds like he's been wearing the same outfit for the past 2 weeks.
Boy, that was the real breakdown stuff. You haven't kept that going, have you, Fez?
No.
Yeah.
I tried to pull it off twice. The first time it worked. Second time it didn't.
Second time you did it 2 days after, and it was just, it's pathetic.
I thought that was going to be the trick to it. If I jumped right in, did it immediately again, then it would fool everybody one more time.
It's just more along those lines of, God, he's needy. We tell him he did something good, so he does it again later. Pitsy's the one who came to me that first day and goes, have you noticed? Have you noticed? And Earl's like, yeah, it's starting again. And even Dave thought it was odd.
Somebody could have said something. Like, hey, you're trying it again, are you? But I think I went another 2 weeks wearing it all over again when everybody was already noticing.
Ryan, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy boy.
I know when comic books are bi-monthly, they come out once every 2 months, so I don't know if that helps at all. But
see, that's the way I always thought of bi-monthly was 6 times a year, because I know magazines. There's some magazines that say that they're bi-monthly. See you later. Here is, Mr. Know-It-All. He'll finish the whole thing up for us.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Keona misses the Roberto clip from Paranoid. I haven't heard that in a while, but...
Paranoid has done such good stuff. Such good stuff for us.
I love it. Anyway, so mortgage payments, biweekly, bimonthly. You make them biweekly, you make 26 payments a year. You make them bimonthly, you're only making 24 payments a year. So there you go. Biweekly is twice.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Bimonthly is twice in a month.
So it's all right. So I get you. So with the biweekly, it's just going by the week. He's saying bimonthly, you're going the full month.
That's right. 1st and 15th, say you're making the payments. So
Gotcha.
You're making 24 payments versus 26. It's a good strategy, actually, to knock your mortgage back a couple of years. But anyway.
All right. Thank you very much, my friend. All right. So that ends that, Fez.
So biweekly is every other week.
Every 2 weeks, yes.
I can't believe I was wrong.
Well, not just about that, but burning the flag. It happens with you from time to time.
It rarely happens. Maybe biweekly it happens.
All right, we got this from the dictionary.com. Biweekly, 1, happening every 2 weeks. 2, happening twice a week, semi-weekly. Well, that does not work for us. We have to have one or the other. That's like saying something's either 2 or a half. It really doesn't matter. Matt, you're on Run and Fez.
Okay, I was just going to say, the bicentennial of our country was 200-year anniversary.
Very good,
so
1976.
Every other week.
Yeah,
1976, 1776.
Fez tries to celebrate the bicentennial every 50 years, and it's crazy talk.
You would think that would work. Two times every century. But I guess not.
Well. Look at my little interns trying to sneak a peek. Winnie Cooper just showed up, so I see all the interns peeking around, trying to get a little cleavage shot for themselves.
Here we go.
How you doing, Winnie?
Good.
What are you up to?
I'm good. Tired.
What color's the hair now? What's that all about?
Red with black in it.
No.
You don't like it?
What are you trying to do?
Be cool. No?
Well, it's working.
Thanks.
But it's like a metallic red.
Yeah. I'm trying to be a little bit on the edge. What can I tell you?
It's working.
Thank you.
You know what? If this was, if suddenly you came in saying girls just want to have fun, I would fall for it. I really would.
Not that bad, right?
No, it's that good. It's that good. It's on the edge here in 83. I love it. What's happening with you lately?
I just finished a really successful show.
Oh, really?
Off
Successful?
Broadway World, yes.
Now, when you say off Broadway, how far are we talking? Was that St. Louis? How far are we going?
Actually, it's right here. It's in Midtown, so it's not that far off Broadway.
What does it mean to be off Broadway and off Broadway?
It means the two offs means it's not non-profit off Broadway.
I see.
That's the only difference.
Then I'm off Broadway.
Right, basically.
When you really think about it.
Except you get a big paycheck from.
Well, you know, Fez is an actor. Fez played the part of Ensign Pulver in an all-gay Mr. Roberts that they did back in the 40s.
It was not all gay. Oh, and it wasn't in the 40s either.
By 40s.
Twice in the 40s. No, it wasn't.
I did see the picture. You were a very good-looking young man.
It was at the Pensacola Community Theater, the big one downtown.
Okay.
And I also got rave reviews in the Pensacola News Journal for my portrayal of Ensign Pulver.
I know that he did because he carries around that tattered old yellow paper. I think they said you had pep.
Yeah, they did. And Jack Guilford came and saw one of our shows and met me backstage. He was the old guy. He was one of the old guys in Cocoon. He was also the Cracker Jack guy.
Cracker Jack? I thought Cracker Jack went out with hobby horses. Is there even such a thing as Cracker Jack anymore?
I think there's still Cracker Jack. It just doesn't come in a box anymore.
Old cardboard box. He's just sitting there eating Cracker Jacks, watching you.
He used to be in the Cracker Jack TV commercials where he'd be walking down a train and people would hand a box of Cracker Jacks back and forth between berths, and he would try to eat it.
Is this a radio commercial?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Sounds like it's before
Fez
television.
Solomon, he helped Fez load up his trunk. They were heading out to Hollywood.
So he came by backstage and complimented me.
What did he say? You're the sweetest Cracker Jack.
He said that I nailed it.
Really?
Yes. And that I was just wonderful in the part of Ensign Pulver.
Oh, I thought you meant for the blowjob. Did he mention that at all?
No, that didn't come up.
He said to Fez you didn't spill a drop. Your chin is as clean as when you came in. Here's Matt. Matt, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, guys, I'm really confused. I was thinking about becoming bisexual, but I don't know if that means that I got to have sex with every other person I meet or I just got to fuck them twice.
That's a good point. What do they mean by bisexual? They mean both. Have sex with both.
Yeah, 2.
Not half.
2
like
times.
yours would be biweekly, right?
Right.
Biweekly, you're saying, is half a week.
Twice a week.
Right, which would be half a week.
Right, you're dividing the week in half.
Thank you, was why I keep saying half a week. So now you're saying with bisexual, it would only be half sex. At most, you'd get to finger someone.
Yeah, that doesn't work out because that would be half the sexes.
Right, so it should be twice.
Do you have a man in your life now, Winnie?
One?
Yeah. Why do you gotta act
particular.
like you're? Yeah. Why do you gotta act like you're out there dating all over the place?
I wouldn't call it dating.
Yeah.
What
Now,
I do, exactly.
what about Earl? I know Earl's been in contact with you a lot lately, right?
I think Earl would be really, really frightened of me. Like, I think I'm too much for him.
Earl, would you ever want to go out with Winnie?
Sure, why not? I would love to.
Why do you have to be aggressive with it?
No, just
Why you scream? Why not?
No, she was just like, it'll be too much for her. I'm like, I was just taken aback by it by a little bit.
Everything with you and women turns to anger. I noticed that, Earl.
No, not anger. It's just
What happened to that little?
I get very defensive. That's
What happened to that little rock star that came in here that you were going to help her with her career if she went out with you? What happened to her? The waitress rock star.
She's playing Saturday night, and I'm going to go see her play. She's playing CBGB's The Gallery on Saturday, and I'm going to go check out the show.
But why hasn't she come in here? It's been a month and a half now.
She was supposed to come on yesterday. She had to cancel yesterday. She said something, the old Brady Bunch line, something came up and she couldn't make it. And that was
doesn't
pretty
sound
much
right.
that.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
It's going to help her career, right, to be on the radio.
Right.
Why would she cancel? I'm just saying. Sorry.
It sounds like a lie. Like one of you two was lying, Earl.
No, I can show you the email she sent me. Something came up.
I already saw it.
Dave
Dave brought it in, yeah. I saw the email. Hey, John, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, I was wondering, you were talking about Cracker Jacks not coming in a box anymore. I wonder if, like Fezzy, do they come in a can?
All right, say he's doing gay jokes about you, Fez.
At my expense.
It's the Ensign Pulver thing.
And no, they come in a bag now.
Oh. It's disgusting.
A foil bag.
Oh. Could never live your lifestyle.
I don't even know if you get a prize anymore.
Winnie, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Because my neighbor brought this up the other day. My neighbor throws a party, invites some friends over. One of the couples brought their kids with them. Is that like a negative thing in the singles world?
I think you have to ask, always ask if it's okay to bring the kids, because it depends what, like, if they were throwing a party for the grown-ups,
right,
and the kids show up, everyone...
I believe it was a dinner party, but these people, they brought kids along. And my neighbor, furious. Absolutely furious. And I'm like, what, were you going to start smoking angel dust and fuck each other? Or was it something that was just a dinner party?
I think it's more just you have to ask. Like, if you bring... And I would never compare kids to dogs, but in this scenario, it happens to work. If you just bring your dog with you...
Bring an animal. So you see children as being an animal.
No, I love kids. I didn't mean to say that.
All right, I don't have any other married people here, so open up the phone lines with us, too. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866...
Oh, they were all married at the party?
RON-0-FEZ. Well, the people who did brought their kids. Oh. The other people were single. But I would think that married people, if they said, hey, stop on over, we're having dinner, you would bring the kids, where single people might not think that kids are part of a family. You know? Where are you on that one, Fez?
I think that you leave the kids at home. Unless the invitation is family-specific, like we're having something, bring the family over.
It wasn't a formal... It wasn't like it was a formal dinner. It was like, hey, why don't you guys stop over for dinner? They did, and brought children with them. Earl, are you turned off if you go to a party and there's kids there?
A little bit, because it just kind of, especially if you're anticipating just hanging out with adults, and then all of a sudden you have to temper your behavior a little bit.
Temper your behavior? What are you planning to do?
No.
Take your balls out? I never have any problem if people bring little kids around. I don't change the way I am if kids are around. I feel like kids are human beings.
No, but there's certain things you won't say to a kid that you won't. Name
one.
You know, if content gets a little adult.
What are you saying? What are you having, a porno party? If you have something to say that you wouldn't say to the guy's wife, right? You probably wouldn't say to the guy's kids.
Yeah, that's true. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to. I don't know. It's just like kids. You know, kids are a lot more playful. You're a little bit more goofier. You're a little bit more.
Let me go to Rachel first. Rachel, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Love the show. Listen, I got 3 kids. I had a wild party life before I had them. It has nothing to do with what you would do or say when you have the kids with you.
Yeah.
It has to do with the amount of time the kids take up from your socializing. You got kids, you're having a party. You don't have kids, you're having a party. You ask whether you bring them kids or not, because either it's okay, but you got to babysit them half the time,
right,
or it's not okay because people have an expectation that they're going to go out and have an adult time where you don't have to watch what you're saying or doing. It's a big deal.
All right, I appreciate it, Rachel. So Rachel's saying the same thing. Just make the call. Is it okay to bring the kids?
Yeah, I don't even think it's such a behavior issue. Like we found out today, Earl munches. That's why he's worried about kids at a party. I think it's the fact that, you know, you invite someone to a party and you expect you're going to get to sit and spend time with them and have conversation and stuff. And if they bring their kids and you don't know it, then that person is there taking care of their kid, they're feeding their kid, and you're not getting that social interaction.
That person who has that feeling that they want with me, they're not a friend of mine. That would end my friendship in a fucking heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Just the same way I can't stand the way people act when they're all weirded out because a kid shows up and they're acting like if a kid is jumping around. If they think that they're going to sit around and we're going to fucking chat about poetry or whatever above, forget about it. That person would not be a friend to me. Hey, Chris, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, yeah, me and my wife, we have these 2 little nigger children, and we whip and beat them all the time.
Chris, what were you expecting from this? We would be shocked or we would be laughing?
It's funny. I make them slave around. They pick cotton in my field.
All right. That's some of the humor you're getting there.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Now, I would definitely prefer hanging out with kids to that type of an adult. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, listen here. We used to not bring our kids to the parties.
Yeah.
But had a difficult time deciding which couple would be holding the camera. So now we bring the kids. They operate the lights and the cameras for us while we're partying. And, we just have one restriction. We don't do anal in front of them. So.
All right, there you go. No anal in front of the kids. No anal in front of the kids. It's rocking. Here's our buddy Frenchie. Frenchie, how you doing, honey?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Well, we were all a little upset the other day. We heard you're no longer with Bronx Johnny.
We're still friends.
Yeah.
And hi, Winnie.
Hi, baby. How are you?
Good.
Just so you know, we have Bronx Johnny on suicide alert.
Oh, do you?
He's on the watch.
No, he's fine.
You've struck again, Frenchie.
I am not evil either, and he even is sad that he's not upset with me.
Okay.
But I would never bring my daughter to some place unless she was invited specifically or they said other children would be there.
Then, in the same way, when a kid's invited to a party, should the adults show up to be with him? Or should the adults stay home?
It depends on the age, but definitely because I don't want to babysit someone else's kids if I invite them to a birthday party with 10 5-year-olds. I don't want 10 5-year-olds showing up with no parents and me babysitting them all day, little brats running around being bad. I think the parents should be there to help watch their kids.
All right, Frenchie.
All right. Bye, guys. I love you.
One more thing.
Love you, Winnie.
Could you try to work this out, please, with Bronx Johnny? Could you try to make it work?
Did she just hang up?
Yeah.
Oof.
That's all Bronx Johnny heard.
Winnie, you got kids planned in the future?
Yeah, sure. I love
right?
kids. I got like 3 nephews, so I'm big on...
No, you're not uncomfortable when kids are around?
No, I'd probably act a little bit differently, but not in a terribly, not with apparently what Earl was talking about, where I have to change my entire life.
Earl lives some kind of adult lifestyle that I have no idea what it is, that he feels he can't express himself around children.
I mean, I got 9 nieces and 8 nephews, but I'm not going to. There's certain things I'm not going to say in front of them. That I wouldn't say.
Give me one thing that you would be talking about at a party that you wouldn't say. And we're talking dinner party. We're not talking about everyone going to get hammered. We're talking about hanging out on a Sunday or a Saturday night where it's mainly food and company is what it's all about. Obviously, you're not going to take kids to anything stronger than that. What is it that you say, Earl, that you cannot say around children?
No, I mean, obviously, let's say, then again, growing up in Corona in South Jamaica, you won't talk about someone like, hey, someone's in the hospital, or someone's sick, or somene's dead.
So you don't get to talk about the illness the way you'd like to. You don't get to do the medical talk that you enjoy.
No, if it just comes up, hey, how's this person doing? Oh, he's not doing so well, and, he's got to do this, and, she's really upset. And, you don't want to be a downer at a party or anything, but you don't want that in front of kids.
All right, so you would love to talk about people's illnesses, and you can't express yourself.
No, if it comes up in conversation.
Yeah.
If you make small talk, hey, how you doing? Or, hey, how's this person doing? Have you heard from this person?
I know what the answer is normally sickle cell, right?
No, it is not always sickle cell.
I thought there was a lot of that, though.
It's a lot of that. It's a prevalent thing in the black community, but
sorry to hear that.
Not in our circles.
Oh, okay. What's yours? Ringworm? What are you worried about? I don't even understand this for a second. Here's Jeff. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, Ronnie? I got a question for you. If your children were retarded, and I'm talking retarded like they would eat shit out of a toilet bowl,
right?
Would you take them to a party over Dave?
Well, first of all, I would bring matching helmets so that everybody would feel like in a party mood. Earl, if I had a retarded kid, could I bring him to the party?
Sure, why not? If they keep quiet, if they don't make too much of a
and let you go on and on about medical problems.
Would you talk about sickle cell in front of a retarded person?
No, I wouldn't talk about sickle cell in front of her.
Young Bill's got something he wants to add to the conversation. Go ahead, Bill.
I think at parties, stuff most people don't want to talk about usually when you reminisce about stories about, your past and things you might have done, especially in front of kids.
I won't talk about the Civil War in front of children. I will not talk about the past if kids are there. I will act like the first president ever was Clinton. I'll just leave it at that.
I'm talking about stuff you've done, stuff you don't want your nieces and nephews or other people's, or the parents usually don't want you to bring up stuff.
Right.
And then they get mad at me.
Like, remember back in the old days, we used to rob liquor stores, that type of thing? All right.
This opinion just feels like these guys have no self-control whatsoever. Like they're afraid they're going to just start screaming out the worst things in front of children.
I know. We didn't say we couldn't exist at a party with kids. We just said you're supposed to ask. These guys are like, I can't be in a room with children. Do not allow me in.
They seem uncomfortable with children, like they're going to do something inappropriate.
No,
something horrible is going to happen if you bring your child.
It's not that way all the time. And believe me, Earl, I have more kids than you could possibly imagine.
All right, Earl, if I asked you to come to a party, would you bring anything at all?
What, as far as like food?
I'm asking, what would you do? Would you just show up by yourself? Would you bring a date? What would you do?
Bring 2 dates.
Yeah.
No, I would bring
Earl plus 2, that famous story?
I would, if it's a dinner party, I would definitely bring, something to drink, maybe wine or, I don't know, whatever people have at dinner parties.
You've never been to a dinner party, have you? Because all you drink is ginger ale.
Yes, I don't
show up with a half-gallon of ginger ale?
No, but when we have
Schweppes.
But when we have a holidays, I'll bring a bottle of wine over because my father drinks wine, my sisters drink wine.
I bet that. What a shocker to us. Boone's Farm or fucking Night Train? Where are you going with this?
He always had a mighty fine wine.
Smell the cap first.
It's a cork, not the cap.
I know. Strawberry Boney.
And not Harvey's Bristol cream.
Let me put that back in the bag for you, and here you go. Fez, you and I invited out to lunch the other day by Mikey D. Do we owe him a trip out now?
No, I don't think so.
There's no kind of return thing on that.
No. That was Mikey. He wanted to take us out to lunch. Nice lunch. No, there's no return lunch obligated there.
Okay. What do you think, Winnie?
I think with most people there would be, but because you guys are like celebrities,
we're not celebrities.
It's like, no, but he's treating you like, I'm going to take you guys out and it's a big deal for me, so you have to take it back.
What about when we took you out to lunch?
I owe you nothing.
Am I going to see a sandwich for that?
I owe you nothing.
All right, see, there's a lot of this stuff. We could set up like a new rule book, new etiquette book.
Yeah. I know if I get invited over to someone's house for a meal, I will usually take a dessert. If it's a fancy meal, I will try to send a flowered centerpiece ahead of time, like a day or 2 before the event.
Get the fuck out of here. You never do that.
I have done that.
Where at?
Florida.
You're such a liar. That is a lie.
You can get a nice candle centerpiece for the table.
But you don't do that. No guy in history would do that, let alone 2006.
I have been known to do it.
Do you believe him, Winnie?
Not for a second.
Not for a second either.
Now I'm going to have to order you a centerpiece just to prove it.
Yeah, it's not like you've never eaten at my house. The most I get is that you come over with a bag of donuts.
You make a centerpiece and Earl will munch in the corner, and then I'll believe everything.
Yeah, I know. I'm not
I'd like to see both
That's
of those
two
things happen.
lies that I hear today. And did you notice that he tried to put himself above us? Like, if it's a fancy party, I send a centerpiece 2 days before. The way he was holding ourselves or acting like we don't even know him. Michelle, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, boys. How are you today?
Okay.
Oh, just okay?
Yeah, just okay.
Okay. Anyway, I believe it depends on what kind of party it is. If I'm having a really nice sit-down dinner, I don't want kids around because a lot of my friends they have one child, and those kids are like one step away from the omen. So I don't want them at my formal dinner party. Now, if I'm having a picnic or something, they're more than welcome. They can run around, they can break things, they can do whatever they want. But I tell my friends, don't bring your kids.
If someone said to me, I'm inviting you to something and I don't want you to bring your children, and this was a friend, not a business colleague or whatever, that would be the end of the friendship. I just would act like, that's fine that you have this thing, but it'd be like hearing don't bring your wife, or, you know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous to me.
The thing is that a lot of my friends with the one child, they realize the kids are devil children. So they're not really offended when I say this is an adult party.
It just all seems like the worst parents in history to me.
I bet you've never had any children, right?
Do I have any children?
Yeah, have you?
Does that include my husband?
Well, see, because you're talking about kids breaking stuff, and kids can go places without breaking stuff, I think.
Oh, yeah, but you don't know my friends' children, I'm telling you. They're really, a lot of them are really just devil kids.
All right, thank you very much, Michelle. Yeah, I just...
One of them threw a bucket of water on her.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
She was a little mean.
Yeah, she was a little cruel, and that's what I think the intention seems to be around a lot of this stuff, is that somehow your kids, she's acting like they have awful kids, and the kids aren't good enough to be there, and I'd be like, fuck it. Then I don't want to be hanging around either. And I wouldn't take it in a bad way, but I would just have, if that's the way people thought about my kids, I would feel like I have nothing in common with them.
Well, I think that the person who has kids has a responsibility to ask, but I think if I was throwing the party, I would never say no. If you say, can you bring your kids? I would always say yes, but I would think you have to ask. And if you don't, then we have a problem.
Really? There's going to be a problem.
Oh, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I might throw your centerpiece back in your face.
Now, Earl, would you ever bring baby mommy to a Christmas party that we're having here?
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah.
I definitely would. I mean, if she's your girl, why not? I mean, believe me, I've seen some livestock at our Christmas parties.
Ouch. That's just mean. That's just fucking cruel.
No, my sisters, I always say that because I always tell you this story. My younger sister,
Please, when we are talking about adults and relationships, stop bringing up family members.
No,
have some life outside your mom and sisters.
No, but they always say I'm going to shock the family by bringing home a white woman, and I'm like, and I always say the livestock that you guys brought home, and I'm going to shock the family. Some of the people they brought home were awful people.
I have no idea what you're talking about anymore. Hey, Diane, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey,
Yeah.
I went to a sex toy party once, and I was going to bring my 2-year-old daughter, and they told me that it was Louisiana state law that a child could not be at a sex toy party. So I had to find a babysitter.
So it's against the law for your daughter to see you get a dildo taped in your ass. You know what? That's probably a good idea not to bring her. I'm gonna agree with you on this one.
You pass the toys around. You just look at them. They have lotions and massagers that you just look at them. You don't start using them.
Chase's call. Get that kid out of there.
Thank you very much, honey. We're going to take a break here. We'll be right back. Ron and Fez Show. All right, Ron and Fez Show. Winnie's just turning me on to some pictures here of Britney Spears pregnant and, well, barely covered up and the new Harper's Bazaar. You're not digging her look at all, Winnie?
I think she looks good, but I think it's actually not like pretty pregnant woman. It's a little bit obscene. Not that I'm offended by it, but it's a little bit, why would you do that when you want everyone to leave you alone?
I don't know. I think it's kind of Demi Moore-ish, or Demi Moore.
Demi. But she just went on Matt Lauer and said, can you leave us alone, paparazzi? Don't take pictures of me. And then she says, she goes on and does that cover.
Yeah,
a bit of a mixed
good
message.
point. Either you're trying to act like you're out there in the world, or you're not.
She should wait till the baby's crowning and then pose like that Britney Spears statue that was out.
I like to see her lactating for everybody. All right, Fez, Earl, Britney Spears milk would you drink?
No.
Yes.
Now, what if, Fezzy, it was like FD, whatever the hell that thing is, okay. Same. What do they say about milk? It's
FDA.
Yeah, FDA approved.
Approved, yeah.
If you had woman's breast milk, FDA approved, totally good for you, why wouldn't you have it?
It's just, the thought gnarls me.
Even though you could suck something out of a cow, a different species, and you have no problem with that. See, humans are supposed to drink human milk. Not from a different species, obviously. Like you'll never see in a wild. Notice as the goats walk up now to the pig and nurse.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no way I could drink human breast milk. Even if you put chocolate syrup in it, I couldn't drink human breast milk.
What is it? Is it a little too feminine?
I don't know. I would just get queasy about it. It would just feel like I'm drinking a bodily fluid.
Well, I guess it is a bodily fluid.
Yeah, but
you're drinking
like a bad one.
You're drinking a bodily fluid of a cow.
That, for some reason, I am able to put it out of my mind where it came from, the origin of that milk.
Would you drink cow piss?
No, I wouldn't drink cow piss.
Could you drink milk straight from a cow, like udder to mouth?
No, there's no way I could do that.
Even though that's the same milk you have with your Cheerios.
Right.
Yeah, I still couldn't. It's too in the proximity of the animal.
So what you like to do is to pretend none of this stuff is happening.
Exactly. Yeah, like a steak didn't come from a cow, milk didn't come from a cow.
Jacob, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, I was just going to say I would drink Britney Spears' milk, but it had to be homogenized first.
Why? I'll fucking splash in it. It's like Gene Kelly singing in the rain. I'd have no problem with it.
What's homogenized? Is that where they cook it to get kill anything in it?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's the way you do your milk. You're not really drinking it directly from a cow's tit, the way Winnie lied to you a moment ago. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. So you thought she looked tacky in these pictures, Harper's Bazaar. By the way, I think Egotastic has this up online now if you want to see it.
The timing is really tacky for me.
Yeah.
To say, leave us alone, and then not have any... She doesn't have music to promote. She's just promoting her celebrity, which she just came out and said she doesn't want to do. And she's doing it in such a huge way by, like, barely covering the pregnantness.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she looks really cute, though.
She does look good.
Yeah,
but...
she looks really she looks better than she did on TV. Now, already, this is what kills me. I'm looking at your women's magazine. Already your fall shopping preview? Why can't you people enjoy a fucking season?
I have no idea.
Are you already thinking about what to wear at fall?
I don't do that. I'm not really good at the whole fashion thing, but there are people that I know who are already talking about fall looks.
Why don't I do this? Why don't I take you out shopping later and I'll sit and wait as you come out?
And I'll try things on for you?
Yeah, is this okay? And I'm like, no, go back.
If you're paying, I'll take the abuse.
I cannot imagine telling a woman that, yeah, that's perfect. That's what I would do every single time. Yeah. All right, put it in the bag and let's go. Let's just go. Here's Klinger's got a question for Fez. Klinger, you're on Run of Fez. Klinger, go once, twice.
Oh, yeah, man, sorry.
Yeah.
Miss Finger falling Fez. Hey, I was wondering if Fez would drink breast milk if there was sperm in it.
Interesting question, Fezzy.
No, it's still breast milk.
So, no, what if it's just 1/10 breast milk, 9/10 hot cum?
No, it's still no, that's still breast milk.
Not cummy enough for you.
That's still...
Not jizzy enough. Christopher, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Yeah.
When I was 16, my aunt, she was
breastfeeding her child, and she let me try some of her milk. That shit is one of the most disgusting tasting things I've ever had in my life. It was warm and sour and gross.
Maybe it has more to do with your aunt than anything else.
No, I
Should
don't
be
think
sweet
so.
and tasty and taste just like love.
She's pretty healthy, unlike
Sure she
Earl's
is.
mom's teeth.
All right, enough with that. No attacking Earl. Mom, how many kids has your mom had?
8.
So those titties are just fucking hanging all the way down now.
No.
No? Up, straight up firm and high?
People
Way
are
up
amazed
firm and
at my how good she looks for her age.
Really?
Amazed.
All right.
Especially Earl.
Now, how many older brothers do you have?
1.
There is a thing out right now. The more older brothers you have, the better your chances are for being gay.
I got 2. I guess if
Well, I think it only works for boys.
Right.
Yeah. So your second brother is more likely to be gay than the first. First, rare. By the time you get to third, fourth, forget it. You got a fucking flamer on your hands.
Yeah.
Fez, how many ahead of you?
I have one brother ahead of me.
I believe you have 7. If I had to guess, right now I think you'd have 7.
There's John Boy and Ben and Jason.
Now your younger brother definitely straight. I see him with women.
Yeah, he's got a wife, a baby, and another one on the way.
Wow.
And he's got 2 older brothers ahead of him.
Yeah, but one took the gene for him, so he didn't have to deal with it.
A fetus does not jump in front of a gene and take it like a bullet.
I had no idea. I don't know how it works. I'm not a scientist. I'm doing the best I can with the facts I have. All right, Eastside Dave, how many older brothers do you have?
3 older brothers.
Is that right, Smokey?
And
wow, not even a sister to throw in some estrogen in there anywhere.
Oh, there's one sister.
And we have, I can't say publicly, but there's one brother who may be, in that type of closet.
Because you can't say because it's you?
No. My oldest brother, his name starts with the letter P. That's all I'll give you a clue about.
Pud smoker.
No, it's not that. But
so the oldest brother.
Oldest.
It's definitely gay.
He came out. I guess that gives it away pretty quick.
Yeah. Come on in here, Dave. I want to go over this because I'm doing some genetic studies, and I might want to get over there with your family. All right, oldest brother came out. How long ago?
Actually, only a year ago.
Yeah.
38 years old.
All right, 38 years old. At any point did you suspect?
No, I didn't. He played, laugh all you will, he played catcher in baseball. But, I know there's a...
Did you think we were going to laugh harder?
No, yeah, I thought.
Yeah,
nothing.
we're mature people.
That's usually a pretty rugged position for a baseball player.
Right.
They're the toughest guys on the field. So I thought, and he was quite a good catcher at that.
Mm-hmm.
And, he is very thin, though.
Right.
And very neat.
Problem.
And he works out a lot and does a lot of sit-ups.
So if you had kids, the first thing you want to do is get a pot belly on them and mess up the room a little bit.
You gotta eat healthy.
Live in your own garbage. Yeah, live in your own garbage.
Never partakes in like the family cake. My mom makes cakes. You've tasted it, and they're good cakes. You never would have a slice of chocolate cake.
Too thin.
We all know gay people hate cakes.
Well, gay people hate to look like a mess like us, and really, you've got, if you want to do well in the gay world, you've got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. He's in good shape, and also his apartment.
Not one of us guys would get into a gay club. We would just be on the outside. We would be the ugly broads in gay world. Earl, you on the other hand, black as you are, you'd probably be right inside. Probably even getting a free bottle of wine.
Earl could go right to the front of the line.
Brian, you're running Fez. And you're a Sally motherfucker, too.
I have to drive up to New York tomorrow for work, and I need a place to stay, and I heard Winnie was giving out places, so...
Sure.
Yeah, well, good news, bad news. Yes, you can stay with her. B, you got to take care of Mama, and that's the problem.
All right, thanks.
It ain't free, my friend. It's not going to cost you any money, but it ain't free. Boy, you live a sick little life, don't you?
Yeah.
When are you going to find out the right guy to settle you down?
I don't know. It's going to have to be somebody who really makes me change my mind about my lifestyle.
Yeah, I'd smack the fucking taste out of your mouth if I was... that's the first thing I'd do. I'd turn that shit right around. Dave, you've dealt with this. Your chick, right?
Yes. Yeah.
She's banging, what, chefs one after another?
There was a chef involved.
But
Please.
I don't know.
Please, Mr. B.
On the line.
Every fucking show.
Yeah, I did. I heard about a line cook, too, and I heard about just a guy who made salads. I don't even know a chef.
Just,
If you've ever done side work, you got a chance.
just a chef.
Right.
And I got the interrogation through and through, and post-interrogation, I feel confident about it.
How far did she go?
Possibly every show, possibly oral, okay? We got it already, for fuck's sake.
Oh, I hadn't listened. So she gave him oral. That's all right. So that's out of the way now. Now I know.
The only guy we know she hasn't been with is your older brother.
Jesus.
Whose Irish name begins with P. That code won't be too hard to crack.
He wouldn't go for her. No. I did find one time a letter that he had written to another to someone who he never put the name on. But I always thought, like, you're in such good shape, and, you know, we're both athletes. And I always thought, well, he's writing it, because it was definitely like an office romance. And I thought, well, he's writing it to, like, an athletic chick. And now that I reflect upon the letter, it's like, you know, we both have, like, similar haircuts.
Yeah, it's Keith Hernandez. Got a fucking beautiful love letter from your brother.
Dear Venus Williams.
And now I'm totally freaked out. And I that was the last time I ever snooped around his bedroom.
Yeah, don't snoop around things, Snoop Dogg. Just stop that.
I really should.
All right, let's go back. So she blew this guy, and he went down on her, and then we'll be done with it. Did he?
You know, I never quite asked that question.
We'll find that out. Because I have a feeling that she came in his mouth.
The main thing that I have in my head is there were fingers. I did ask that question, and she fessed up to fingers. Yeah.
How many?
3 or 4 fingers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's cool. Gross.
Yeah.
Fisting. We're one thumb away from fisting.
But look, things happen in the past. It's time to move on, and I'm
Not
a bigger
that there's
man.
one for the thumb.
No.
Pittsburgh never moved on.
Christian, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Mr. Bennington, big fan.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate
I saw
you
this
being formal
thing
with me.
on. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw this thing on 60 Minutes about the gay gene, and apparently, if you're left-handed, it has no bearing. It doesn't matter how many right-handed older brothers you have. And if you're left-handed, if you're right-handed, that does matter. If you're left-handed, it only matters how many left-handed older brothers you have.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I understand that one, because the left-handed people tend to be gay more or straighter. Does anybody even know that? Has that study been done?
I don't know. I'm left-handed, though.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that when you talk to people, a lot of the Christian right, when they go, it's a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've all met little kids
who are
that
gay.
we knew are gay, but they hadn't even started dating or even thinking about boys or girls yet. I don't know how you could sit around in 2006 and think that at least most people who live the gay lifestyle, it wasn't just kind of given to them by life.
I don't know. It seems like my brother kind of changed pretty late. I mean, he even lived with a broad.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't trying to be something that he wasn't, you know. But I'm talking about the guys that you met in high school that have that higher voice. They're excited about things. They like centerpieces, that type of deal. You know what I mean?
That sort of stuff.
But you know that's a gay kid even when they're little.
There was an episode of Sweet 16, or My Super 16, whatever they call that show on, and the girl who was having the party, her little brother, was so excited. This kid was probably 9 or 10 and was running around, I'm going to bake the cake, I love to bake cakes.
Right.
And you just see it all there right from the start.
Yeah, my daughter had a friend like that. It was like, we both want to go to this show. And I'm like, I hope you stick around forever, brother. You're the guy. I hope you always think this is great. And they had to be like 3rd grade. And it was he was 100% a gay kid, but never once thought about it yet.
I remember playing on a Little League team, and this kid never wanted to go in the game, and the coach was always like, hey, Mike, go into the game and everything, and he's always saying, no, I just like to watch.
Right,
and he was always keeping the score.
There was a kid in school that, wouldn't take his fucking shirt off in gym class because he felt he had boobies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for him, they were tits.
Yeah.
And, all the other boys didn't know. So why would anybody sit around and doubt that?
I wouldn't doubt it. Now that I think about it, you have to be born that way.
But do you think it's actually a gene, or it's just, you're born a smarter person, or you don't necessarily have smarter genes? It doesn't have to be tracked by genetics. It could just be part of,
who you are, your makeup. But I don't know. Is there like a funny gene? I have no idea how that works. Is there a gene? I mean, some people can play the piano. No matter how hard I would practice and try to learn, there's some kid that's like 8 that'll just sit down and start playing.
But I don't know if you could genetically trace it. I think that the whole idea of having to genetically trace where gay people come from is kind of besides the point.
Right.
Like, why? That shouldn't be part of the discussion. If you want to do that research, fine. But I frankly, you should spend your money on cancer research. But that shouldn't be part of.
For or against? When it comes to cancer, you for or against?
I waffle back and forth.
I don't. I'm 100% against. And I'll tell you why. It can kill you. All right, go back to your... So you're saying it may not even be a gene thing at all. It's just who people are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where a gene thing, I guess Dave has a redheaded gene, right?
Yeah.
Right.
There's nothing you can do about that. That's
I've tried. I've asked. I've petitioned.
You tried to splice your own DNA to get rid of it?
Let me check with Winnie. Do you know that he's missing an eyebrow and it doesn't even draw attention to it?
I just realized it like 2 minutes ago when I looked over and I was like, isn't he supposed to be missing an eyebrow?
Yeah. You really... the other eyebrow doesn't do much.
I might as well be in fucking Mad Max, like the guy with shaved head and no eyebrows.
You should get rid of the eyebrow that you still have. It's the one that looks weird.
Rob, you're on Run Fez.
Yeah, Ronnie, it's better than Viagra. I get a daily rod when you bust his balls about Westside going down to that chef. Don't stop.
All right, this is... I didn't know I did it more than one day in a row. And if I have, I want to apologize.
Apology accepted, Mr.
Okay.
Big. Apology accepted. I'm a big guy.
Who she, not compared to a chef. Who she blew and who went down on her, nobody's business.
All right.
That's your private life.
Right.
I know when she did this show, she started crying because you shared it with us.
I told
Now she doesn't listen anymore, right?
She does listen sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm still working on getting her a MyFi so she can listen as much as she wants.
You don't want
probably
her to listen
shouldn't.
too much,
Yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't want her to listen to paranoid
She does
songs.
take care of you, though, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Yeah. I remember one time she told me that Dave was a genius. And I'm like,
no way.
Yeah, she did. She goes, comedically, he's a genius. And I go like this. Huh.
It's my impressions.
She's a big fan of puppetry.
I didn't know that you do impressions.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear one.
It's like Ryan Seacrest.
All right, let's hear Ryan Seacrest.
Okay. Welcome to American Idol. And that's why.
All right, that's good. Yeah, sure.
Genius.
All right, don't tell us who the next one is. See if we can guess it.
All right.
Yeah.
This next one.
I got a feeling it's going to be Simon.
You have to realize it's your fault why these problems at home are going wrong.
Earl.
I think it's Randy Jackson.
Dr. Phil.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Phil. That was Dr. Phil.
The genius works.
I think the eyebrow threw me off.
Mallory, you still going... Wait a sec, hold on. Mallory, you're still going out with Nick? You lose that guy. I gotta go into Harvard now.
All right, who's this impression of? All of the steak rare. All of the steak rare.
I know.
Yeah.
West Side.
Right.
Man, you nailed that.
You just...
What's the big specials?
I know.
Yeah.
West Side ordering lunch.
Yeah.
You just said you weren't going to do it.
No, I am doing impressions.
You just said it.
I'll put it in my ass.
I know.
Yeah, Fez.
West Side when the check comes, when the waiter brings the check.
Right. That's Fez 3-0 now.
Putting it in her ass?
I didn't say that.
Jesus. She won't. She would never. That would
You
never
didn't get the impression at all.
That she'll.
You don't know how good the meal was.
You really didn't think that sounded like her.
There was a touch of her in it, but I mean, overall, I don't.
It was supposed to be like a mouthful of cum.
No, I got that part.
Oh,
that was
okay.
the touch.
I didn't know.
That was the touch.
All right, somebody wants to teach us about DNA, but the name isn't up there. Hi, you're on Ron Fez.
Ron Fez?
Yes, sir.
How's it going? Hi. I was calling to talk about your aging topic.
Okay.
I've done a lot of work in the field, and finally,
Well, I got my own radio show,
it matters.
so I say we're equals.
There's a gene. It's called the XQ28 gene. It was found a few years ago, where this gene is actually present in gay men, and it's not found in men that are straight. And then there's a part of the brain that's called your periaqueductal gray, which is twice the size in gay men as it is in straight men, and it's twice the size in females that are lesbian than in straight females.
All right, so if you took your baby and to be tested, you would be able to know whether you had a gay kid or a straight kid.
They're actually. I mean, I don't know why they're doing this, but they are pumping like a decent amount of funds into studying things like that. Like to try to form like the perfect baby, like to get rid of like see if they have AIDS, if they're going to have cancer, the prone this and that.
Right.
I don't know if it's at that point yet, but I mean, I would think probably in the next few years, probably before the baby is out of the first term, you would be able to know if at birth the child is going to be gay or not.
All right, thank you very much, buddy.
No problem. Take it easy.
It's great to talk to another scientist. If you, let me check with Earl. Earl, if genetically you could do the Gattaca kid and fit, would you do it? Would you try to genetically have the most perfect kid that you could?
Oh, absolutely. I would definitely try to have genetically perfect health, straight, good athlete.
You would actually pick straight?
Yes.
What about you, Fez?
I would pick health concerns. Like if it had a heart defect or something like that, but I would stop there. I wouldn't go for any sort of, personality traits.
You want any talent?
No, I wouldn't add any talent to it. Or, I wouldn't select a talent.
Right.
I would let that develop naturally. I wouldn't look for a propensity for something.
Well, would you be nervous knowing that other people are giving that steroid shot into math abilities? So that if your kid could do math at an ability that would be just acceptable today, but all the new kids are getting this fucking genius math gene put in, your kid's suddenly a mongoloid fucking idiot.
That would concern me if all the other parents were doing it, but I still wouldn't do it that way.
You leave him stupid.
I would leave him natural.
All right, well, you got to be careful with natural in the new world if everybody else is advanced, because that's no longer normal. Your kid, you would be picking a retarded kid. What about you, Winnie?
I was going to say what Fez said, because they have it now where you have, if you do like in vitro fertilization, where they do all kinds of tests and they do rule out all kinds of things, and they only do it for health and they don't do it for sex of the baby. They could, but it's customary not to choose, but you could.
Right.
I wouldn't choose the sex or any of that, because I think that as much as you pump into your kids, you also have nurture. You also have like what environment the kid grows up in, and you can.
This kid's going to grow up in style like 17 by the time I'm done. This kid he's going to feel like he was born into the Cowboys camp. It's going to be like that. I will lower him into a pool every day to check body weight.
Right. You can have all the golf ability in the world, but if your dad isn't Earl Woods, you might not come out as Tiger Woods.
We don't know that yet. We have no
I guess
idea.
We'll find out.
We have no idea. I mean, there's some things that you can't teach, like speed. You have to be born with a certain amount of speed, and if your kid could get that, it'd be a little step ahead. Or in the case I try to point out to Fez, maybe that's what it's going to take for the kids in the future to keep up. Would you pick beauty things?
No, I get the creeps over this whole thing.
Yeah.
I feel like...
If you could keep your kid from having a hair lip, would you do it?
Yeah, but only post-birth. Like when they're born with a hair lip, then I would have surgery to correct it.
But you would not want to correct it in advance.
I guess if I was this is tough when you get into the details.
What about you, Dave?
No, I wouldn't correct a thing.
Yeah.
I think surprises are the spice of life.
Sure.
And that's what I would go for. But, I mean, in all seriousness, I think, it's better to be surprised.
Would you be freaked out if your kid at an early age took up an interest in cooking? Would you then want to go have the DNA check to make sure that your kid
I'd be getting fucking blood tests left and right. But if
like in 4th grade, it's just chopping and dicing.
Wait a second. You always complain about being a redhead. If you could prevent your kids from being like redheaded, white-eyed,
or smart,
Absolutely
you wouldn't want your
not.
kid to be smart.
Absolutely not. I actually do want a lot of redheaded kids so that I can share my shame with them. And if there's a whole clan of us, it's more distracting.
Don't worry. There's going to be so much shared shame in that family of yours. Hair color alone won't matter. There's going to be the embarrassment level is going to be through the roof. Now, one of the things that you have problems with your eyes, right?
I have bad eyes,
and that may be because of your people on that little island, fucking interfucking so many sisters and uncles that you've got this bad skin, bad eyes.
Bad, yeah.
So
everything.
genetically, the world's already been fucking with your brain.
They don't like me. Yeah, I need to live like in a 55 degrees place. But look, tough shit. If I die out and I can't have kids, the world's probably a better place. But if I can get kids, let's bring it on.
This is weird. Have you noticed when you're walking around now, you see more sets of twins? In New York, in particular, since it's an urban area, more sets of twins. It's because so many people are using the extra fertilization that we're coming up with more sets of twins than ever before.
Man, they're gonna start running the place. The twins.
Kind of scary.
I'd love to have twins. That would be just so much fun, because especially if you taught them sports, you pretty much guarantee one of them is successful.
Yeah.
I mean, if you send them both into baseball and train them rigorously.
Yeah, 1 out of every 2 kids makes it to the major leagues. So you're right. You got a great shot there.
You've never seen me.
Eric, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, earlier you were talking about, kids you knew in school who later turned out to be gay.
Right.
I had 2 friends that I've known since junior high, and everybody knew they were gay. Everybody said they were gay. Both of them used to date chicks at one time. Hell, the one guy used to date the hottest chick in the school and was banging her, and within 2 years of graduating high school, both of them came out to be gay, and the one now lives in Hollywood and works as a drag queen.
Nice. Congratulations. Yeah, that happens. I mean, we all have those friends that, they needed to get a couple years. Do you think a lot of people don't even know that they're gay? Fez?
Yeah, I would think that happens.
So do I.
Where they don't know what they want.
Right.
Some confusion.
Why don't they come to their buddy? Bring it up to their buddy who accepts them for anything.
It's always good to have a friend to talk to.
Here's Pat. Pat, you're on Fez.
Hey, I was just curious if Fez hooked up with Eastside Dave's gay brother, would their child have the gay genes?
I would just say this, Fez. If you did hook up with his gay brother, made yourself part of the McDonald family, this fucking show is over. I can't live with that.
What happened to the understanding friend?
I go out and bang whoever you want, but you are not bringing this kid around as a brother-in-law.
Come on, Fez.
Oh, God.
No, seriously, dude. We have barbecues, fucking wiffle. You like football, we like football. Come on. Become a part of the clan.
You want to go over his house one weekend?
July 4th.
No, never.
This weekend. When my brother's going to be there, we're all going to be there. We're going to have a scavenger hunt.
Is your brother dating anybody now?
I don't think so.
It doesn't sound like Fez is in shape enough for him. It sounds too athletic for Fez.
Mr. Perfectionist.
Yeah. Fez needs somebody he can sit on the couch with and suck cock.
He'll get you. He'll slowly get you to do more cardio.
No, I don't have any cardio. That's my problem. That's why I had a heart attack.
I can't have Fez date a trainer. That's too much.
Oh, Lordy. He's
my
not
body doesn't contain cardio anymore.
Scott, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Just want to let you know, I was reading a study yesterday. They said if you were born left-handed, you're 7 times more likely to be fist-fucked by a chef.
All right, that's,
That hurt.
She's right-handed, so that little thing made... I'm left-handed.
Then you're 7 times more likely to be fist-fucked by a chef. Is that what you're proud of?
I'll just keep my head on a swivel then. Not going to restaurants.
Sucking one, sucking the other, sucking one, sucking the other. I gotcha.
No, I mean, I'm not going to any more restaurants.
Winnie, you still want to be buddies with this guy?
I'm not so sure anymore.
Besides me and Fez, do you have one cool friend? Because I haven't met it yet.
Yeah, I don't know about
You used to hang around that one girl that would always pull her shirt up every time we saw her.
She's still around here and there.
Shawnee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shawnee.
She's still around. She's very busy. She works in radio now, so.
Who's she work for?
She works for Earl's old. Actually, she's on the baseball team with Earl.
Is she really, Earl?
Yeah, she plays occasionally for the
And she
mixed team.
I had no idea that this league that you brag about is boys and girls. I am constantly
No, it's a league rule.
hearing what a great athlete you are, and now
it's a
there's
league
chicks
rule.
playing.
No, it's a
4
league.
for 5, Mr. B, 2 doubles.
No, that's you, Mr. Was it JV 317?
It was at least it was all male. At least it's all male.
No, it's a league rule. You have to have a...
Right, but I can't get impressed. That makes it a game and not a sport. The fact that you're lining the ball at fucking chicks.
No, and I never said... I just said I play the game. I'm not saying it's like a higher
you're
level.
Constantly going on, talking about, I'm an athlete. Girls are playing with you. Yes.
You never told us that, black girl. You never said there was girls
It was
on the
never
team.
brought up. It wasn't something I hid.
If a girl's playing second base, you taking her out for the double play?
Of course.
You're going to fucking slide into her and break her leg.
If she's athletic and can play the game and knows the rules of the game, of course I'm going to take her out. However, if she's... if you know that she's just there to be there, I'm not gonna freaking lowbridge her, but I'm gonna make a
Girls
play.
are there to be there.
Actually, some of them can actually play.
No.
Some of them can play.
And he's whenever he suits up for a game, he's always like, got a game in an hour. My mental state's not there.
Did you know that girls play in this league of his?
No, absolutely. I thought it was all
Wait a minute, Dave, when did I ever say that? I just say I have a game today. That's all I ever said.
No.
He's always saying, I got a game. I got to get my mental state
and when, the other day you were screaming at me, I'm an athlete, so you can trust me in the clutch. You tell me that all the time.
Yes, I mean, going up against Dave, of course I could be a better athlete.
No way.
I try to stay athletic. I try to stay in shape.
No way he's a better athlete than me.
You've been challenged, too, by somebody at RonFez.net.
I want an athletic challenge. I want people to see me. I want some videotape of it because I will show everyone. You want me to shoot threes? I'll shoot threes. I'll hit home runs. Running, not so much, but I can do a lot.
What could you run the 100 in?
The 100 is what, 100 feet or yard?
No, it'd be 100 yards or 100 meters.
6.4, about 5.5 seconds.
All right, you're going to double the world's record right now. You are going to cut the world's record. The world's record is like 9-0. Yeah, you're going to run it.
No.
He's going to shave 4 seconds off.
Right. No.
Everyone knows the Flash. The Flash, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Wally West, welcome.
No. 12.6, around there. But like I said, running's not really a sport. But if you want me to hit a baseball, I'll hit 400 fucking yards.
George, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, Dave, we got a question for you.
400 yards? 1,600 feet?
Sorry, yards was in my head.
Oh, look, another record, everybody. Woo! Making records. Winnie, I'm so glad you're here to outvote these bastards. Give me a pound.
Hey, Dave, got a question for you.
Yes, George.
Yeah, does Westside go both ways? Because my wife graduates from cooking school here in a couple of weeks as a chef.
All right,
I'm
let me
thinking
check.
it'd be a nice threesome.
Have you ever had her be with a chick before?
No, she's very pro.
Have you tried to talk to her into it?
No, I haven't. But I've hinted, sometimes I watch TV and I'm like, that chick's really, hot, or she's good looking, isn't she? And I'm trying to get her to say yes. And then if she says yes, I say, well, if we had to, could we, make it happen somehow?
I mean, if we had to.
It's romantic.
Like, if we saw Heather Locklear on the street, could we invite her back to the apartment, for...
Heather Locklear is where you're shooting at?
Someone. There's only celebrities on TV. I guess that's where I go wrong.
And she won't even look up from the cookbook.
I don't know. She just seems like she's afraid of the vagina a little bit.
Cracker, you're on Run Fez.
Great show today, fellas.
Yeah, every day, buddy.
Just wanted to know whether Earl's going to look a little funny walking around with a white baby.
Where that joke's going. I have no idea where that one's going. Here is Jack. Jack, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
You guys should not even be promoting Dave having babies. You should promote sterilization to Dave.
All right, let's be easy on Dave. He's had a rough time. His good friend Winnie Cooper gave me a lot of information about him being drunk that has ruined things.
Fuck.
Winnie, you did something I never thought. You stabbed a friend in the back today. And I just got to say I admire you for it. I couldn't do it.
Oh, man. I don't know what...
I found out more shit about you today, Dave, than I ever thought.
But just say there's going to be a meeting after the show.
And I will say this. You pale next to that lunch that Mikey D took me out for. Must have been on a 3-hour lunch yesterday, Fez.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't believe how late it was when I got home from lunch.
Yeah.
I want to take you guys out to lunch. I want to take you to a place called Solomon and Burke. Okay?
Solomon and Burke?
Yeah.
You mean the king? The king of soul?
Love his work.
What's the restaurant?
You sit in thrones around the table.
Yeah, I would.
There's
and
a
then
guy.
you eat a whole cow.
Burke and Solomon. Burke and Solomon.
What Solomon Burke do you have for us, Earl? This is the greatest singer of all time.
I love him.
What do you? Just tell us what you have. Speak to me.
You got Cry to Me ready.
I don't know, but Cry to Me is like early 60s. I like some of the later stuff from the last couple albums.
I got Don't Give Up on Me, which is
let's play
breaks
Don't
your
Give Up.
heart up.
This is where Fez and I are going out to lunch right now. This guy will be cooking for us with Eastside Dave. Looks like Eastside Dave is taking me and Fezzy there.
I thought it was Solomon and Burke.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
It could be Brooks and Solomon.
Brooks and Dunn.
Or Brooks
You're probably
and
going to
Dunn.
take us to... Why don't you take us to Horn and Hard Arts? And we're on our way. It's a nice day for us. Anyway, Mikey D took us out. He's our best buddy.
Brooke and Brooke.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Go get a Zagatch, you son of a bitch. I don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't go with you anyway.
Why not? How about after Superman? After I treat you as Superman, we go to Brooks and Dunn for a nice steak.
Don't they have a no eyebrows, no service policy?
I can't imagine even going to the movie with you, Chatty.
I'm pretty quiet during movies. I mean, maybe during the trailers, I like to talk a little bit.
Would you sit on the eyebrow side of him or the eyebrowless side? That's the question.
All right, so you got the okay to start drinking with Winnie Cooper again.
Yay!
After the last time, she was one of the people that dimed you out. I said, you got to stop bothering people. Now you're back drinking with her again.
I'm still hesitant to drink with really anyone. It's not Winnie Cooper. It's just I prefer to just keep the
You've been drinking alone?
I call it the Fortress of Solitude to stay with the Superman thing. I hole up in Queens and just I have my little 22 or so Budweisers, watch DVDs by myself. It's going to be another Coen Brothers marathon, is what I say.
That's not the first signs of alcoholism, drinking alone. And actually using the term holing up. Yeah, it's pretty pathetic.
And counting your beers. At what age do you get when you finally stop counting the beers?
I gotta know how much I have in store for. I also have a bottle of JD in the freezer at all times. In case the beers run out, I go to the secret storage. I got a plan.
In the Brewery of Solitude.
No White Russians at home? Because I know
No.
that is the drink that gets you in trouble.
Oh, is that it?
Or
White
at least
Russians?
that's the line you use. It's all the White Russians. And then he keeps drinking the White Russians. So I don't know how you use that line anymore.
They taste good. Yeah, that's true. White
No.
Russians was that Karavis.
No, also when he tries to kiss you every time that you guys
Well,
are...
most people when they're drinking try to kiss me. So it's
Really?
fine. Well,
How come?
Revealing clothing.
yeah, it's kind of a gropey vibe that I put out there.
I don't get it. I've never picked up on it myself. But, everybody's different. I ain't going to say. Everybody's different. Here is Southport Scott. You're on Run of Fez.
Hey, buddies. BAC 2261.
All right, buddy. What do you... Go old school.
Buddies, Fezzy, I love you.
Thank you, Southport Scott.
Do you love the listeners?
Sure.
All right. Then
Not
when
all
are
of
you
them.
gonna admit that your fiancé doesn't really exist?
My fiancé, Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada.
This isn't Southport Scott. That's John Mayer. Son of a bitch.
Hey, Freak Dog. You're on Run of Fez.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, just to let Dave know, the restaurant he is looking for in Philadelphia is called Bookbinders. And it is now closed.
Bookbinders is closed? I thought there was two of them.
No, well, I believe they're both out of business. They tried to expand their brand and, do a lot of supermarket crap, and they went under. One other quick little spy report for you here. In the Hudson River right now, there's a little boat, kind of a boat harbor for little sailboats in the about the 70s or 80s. In there is a boat named the Tenacious Sea.
Oh, very nice. Cool. All right, thank you very much. You're not drinking after the show today?
No, absolutely not.
Why don't you take Winnie out for...
Dave has work to do.
Exactly.
What work?
I don't know. I'm trying to help him.
No, I mean, I never
Where's
drank
your
before
puppets?
a show. We have a show tomorrow.
Let me ask you this. Where's your puppets?
And I don't know. I could lie and pretend.
Even the beautiful puppet Dr. Steve bought you. You don't know.
No. I have an idea. I have a suspicion.
Where's Chipples?
I still have Chipples. He's still hanging around.
Divey?
I don't even remember what
grapes?
Chipples had to say.
Things about chips.
Of course.
Wasn't that good.
I want to thank Dr. Steve. He sent me a nice gift I got yesterday. More editions of the Powers graphic novel by Brian Bendis.
Well, that's great. You get presents. Dave gets presents. What do I get? I'm left out. I'm the guy initially who loved Dr. Steve and thought of him as a brother. And now you two have stood in front of me.
How does one get in with Dr. Steve? I would love to have him as a friend. He
Sure.
sounds like the best friend.
Yeah, he's the best friend in the world.
As a friend and a doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he cares. It's
He's
nice.
our personal physician. Why don't you tell me Solomon Burke? Your boyfriend, Solomon Burke. How's he getting along with you right now?
I'm pretty sure there's a restaurant called either Solomon and Burke.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere with you. We go out with Mikey D biweekly. We do this biweekly.
Superman? No. Superman, my treat.
How's that a treat? A fucking $10 ticket is not feeling like a treat. And I'm going to be stuck with you. And it's going to be packed full of kids today. It's the afternoon.
I'm going to get the tickets right after the show, though, either 6:15 or 8:15 with my credit card, and I will get the cash out of the ATM for your nachos, your popcorn, your junior mints.
It's still not going to be as good as what Mikey D did for
Who
us.
gave you a credit card? That part kind of surprised me.
The Chase Manhattan, the Chase Bank.
Really?
I love the fact that you're up in the ante with Junior Mints, too, but you could really run through the entire Cineplex menu, and it's not going to happen.
Well, you guys are making a big mistake. We're going to enjoy the show.
Who's we?
Myself, and I don't know, maybe Earl if he comes.
Earl, did you want to go out with him tonight to see Superman?
No, not really. I mean, it's going to be packed. It's going to be a bunch of screaming kids in there. I want to be able to enjoy myself.
Winnie Cooper, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you. I forgot to say hi to Mooch in Belfast. Love him.
Now, Mooch in Belfast, is not going to matter him that Randy in Atlanta called you? And he's coming
No,
up?
different continents. I think that's okay, right?
You're such an awful person.
That's how you draw boundaries. Maps.
Exactly.
They can't love you like I love you. Wait. Maps. That's it for us. We're back tomorrow. It's the last day before our vacay. And during the vacation, Dave, I want you to clean out the entire office and change it around.
I will.
Yeah.
Will do, Mr. Big.
Good. Because you don't get to go with the stepsisters on vacation. We'll see you guys tomorrow right after O&A. Take care.
See y'all.